And suppose x is a continuous random variable, and let x be a continuous random variable. Then it takes infinite number of value in any interval, however small. Then it will have infinite number of values in any interval, however small. And x is a continuous random variable. Suppose we have taken a small interval ax and ax plus dx. Then the random variable take infinitely many value within this interval. This interval is a, here dx is a small interval. So however small interval be, it take infinite number of value, and this can be interpreted as fx dx. Fx dx, then fx is known as, and suppose the value of the random variable is fx dx, then fx is known as probability density function. In case of discrete random variable, this function fx was probability distribution function, but here x is continuous random variable. It take any value in any infinitesimal small interval. So then suppose we consider fx is probability density function, then we define the distribution function. The distribution function f a is defined as p of x e less or equal to a is equal to integral minus infinity to a fx dx. Here pxe less or equal to a, this is the probability of an event e which associate with a real number not more than a by the random variable, continuous random variable x. Here px and pxe is less or equal to a. This means that the probability of the event e which associated with a real number not more than a by the continuous random variable x, and e is the event and x is the continuous random variable, then the value of xe and the probability of xe, and suppose the value of the random variable is something, and you say a, then probability of the event which is associated with a real number by the random variable not more than a, and here value of the random variable is either a equal to a or less than a, but not greater than a. So this is probability distribution function, and here distribution function defined by this integral minus infinity to a fx dx. And what this represent? This represent the probability of the event which is associated by the continuous random variable which take the value not more than a by the random variable. Simply we can write here p x less or equal to a, and in place of this we can write p of x less or equal to a, that is probability of the event which is associated by the continuous random variable not to a real number less or equal to a, and this is equal to this integral. Here small fx is probability density function. In case of discrete random variable, here we consider probability distribution function, but here distribution function is this capital F, and small fx is probability density function. If we know the density function, then we can calculate all sorts of probability. And for example, consider probability of event which are associated by the random variable to the real number a greater than a, and a p of a less than x less or equal to b. This, and this is equal to fb minus fa, fb minus fa, and this is equal to integral a to b fx dx. And if we know the probability density function, then we can calculate all the sorts of probability. For example, this we can prove this provided here the distribution function is differentiable. Here required condition is that the distribution function is differentiable, and suppose d dx of fx, here capital F is the distribution function, small f is probability density function. So this is equal to fx and d dx of integral a to b fx dx. To for ax less or equal to b, so here the event which takes the real value by the random variable less or equal to b is, if we consider also कि a is less than b, and suppose a less than b, then for x less or equal to b, the probability of x less or equal to b is equal to p of x less or equal to a plus p of a less than x less or equal to b, and that is p of x less or equal to b when a less than b is the union of two disjoint event, and that is if suppose E union F, and E and F are two disjoint event, then P of this is equal to P plus PF, and E and F are two disjoint event. Then so here this is the union of two disjoint event. You can directly see on the real line. On the real line, suppose this is from minus infinity to A. So this P of X less or equal to A will be up to this, from here to this, and P of A less than X less or equal to B, this will be, and suppose this is point B, so then this, and greater than, when X is greater than A and less or equal to B, so here open interval this. So and that is, you see, the union of these two can be written as P of X less or equal to B here, this. So we can prove, with the help of this, we can prove this result, yani P of A less or equal, less than X less or equal to B is equal to this. To prove this, from figure, so we have and by the definition of probability distribution function, suppose this is 1 and from this relation, suppose this is 2, from 1 and 2, so we have AFB is equal to AFA plus P of A less than X less or equal to B. This implies probability of event where random variable takes the value greater than A and less or equal to B. This is equal to FB minus FA, and this is equal to Fx and limit A to B, and this is integral A to B Fx dx. And that is, here we have proved that the probability of this is equal to A to B Fx dx. If suppose we consider the area under the curve and Fx, suppose we consider a line x is equal to B and a line x is equal to A, this, and this area under this curve and the line, and it, suppose this is the probability density function Fx. Then when A is equal to B, you see here, for A is equal to B, the area under curve will be, when A coincide with B, that is the integral A to A, area under the curve becomes 0. So this means that P of X is equal to A or B, and X is equal to any particular real number. So then this will be 0 from this relation. And when Pxa equal to 0, so similarly, so that is, with the help of this and this relation, we have the probability of and if P of A less than X less than b is equal to p of a less or equal to x less than b. This is equal to p of a less than x less or equal to b, and this is equal to p of a less or equal to x less or equal to b. All the three are equal. So simply when the random variable x take a fixed real number within the interval however small x plus dx, then the probability that the random variable x take a fixed value within the interval however small is zero, is always zero, because and here so we can find the probability that x fall within the interval. The x can take infinitely many values, but if suppose we want to find the probability that x fall within the interval at a fixed point, and that is x is equal to a, so then this probability is always zero. Already here proved area under the curve will be fx is the probability density function, then area under the curve when x is equal to a, the area under the curve a equal to b will be 0. So from this integral we obtain 0. So the probability that x fall at a particular point within a interval however small in case of continuous random variable is 0. So this is a continuous distribution in case of continuous random variable. So here the probability density function satisfies some condition. In previous case, the probability distribution function, if we have taken px, so it satisfies some condition and sum of all probability is 1, and always p is 0 less or equal to p less or equal to 1. This and sum of all probability pi is 1 in case of discrete random variable. So similarly here in that case px was probability distribution function, but here capital F is the probability distribution function and small fx is probability density function. So in this probability density function satisfy the condition integral from minus infinite to plus infinite fx dx is equal to 1. अभी क्लास ले रहे हैं and fx is non-negative, मतलब that is fx probability density function is always positive, and third condition is probability that the random variable fall at a fixed point within the interval however small is 0, and p of x is equal to a, इसका मतलब ये है suppose this is the interval however small, तो b1 and this is the point a, so here the probability that the random variable take this value and fall on this is 0. And probability in case of continuous distribution, continuous random variable, the probability that x take a fixed value within the interval is 0 always. So these three conditions. Now we will obtain the formula to calculate the mean, variance and standard deviation in both the case, and when the random variable is discrete and the random variable is continuous. In both the case we will discuss the formula to obtain the mean, variance and standard deviation. The mean, variance and standard deviation in both the case. First consider, let Ax be a discrete random variable which takes the value Ax1, Ax2 and Axn, या XR कर लीजिए, XR with probabilities P1, P2, P1, P2, PR respectively. अगर जल्दी हो तो मतलब चले जाइए, फिर कल क्या बजे आएंगे, टाइम बता दीजिए, उसी हिसाब से, नहीं फिर वही गड़बड़ होगा। हाँ हाँ अभी कर रहे हैं। अरे फोन कर देंगे तो हम खाली रहे तब ना, जैसे अभी आए तो इसी हिसाब से फिर आएंगे। कल अगर जो है आपको 1 बजे आएंगे, ठीक है, तो हम पक्का मिल, नहीं 1 मिनट गलत देख रहे थे। कल 3 बजे आ सकते हैं, 3 बजे, नहीं तो एग्जैक्टली 1 बजे, ठीक है, क्योंकि बीच हम खाने चले जाएंगे और फिर या तो 3 बजे, मतलब या तो 1 बजे या तो 3 बजे, या थोड़ा देर रुकेंगे तो आधा घंटा, तो अलबत्ता तो आधा घंटा भी क्लास है, ठीक है, जाइए। And suppose the x is the discrete random variable which take the value x1, x2, xr. These are real number, and the probability that the random variable take these value are p1, p2, pr respect, and that is when value of the random variable is x1, then probability is p1, x2, then probability is p2, similarly xr, then probability is pr. So then we define the mean or expected value. Mean is also known as expected value. The mean or expected value as x bar, or we can also denote mu. In some book maybe it is written mu. This is defined as summation I is equal to 1 to r. अगर n लिए हैं तो n लिखेंगे, and axi and pi divided by summation pi. So we know that sum of all probability is 1 in discrete random variable. So that is, this is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to r axi and pi. This is the mean. In case, but this is in case of discrete random variable, not in continuous. Then we define variance. मतलब this is the mean of random variable, and the variance of x is equal to sigma x square. This is denoted by any variance of x takes the value here x1, x2, xr. So then the variance, the mean of this x is this x bar, and the variance of this is sigma x square, and this is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to r xi minus x bar square into pi, and this can be written as summation xi square pi minus x bar square. And to calculate the variation, we use this formula. This is equal to this. You can prove easily. Expand this. It will be xi square into pi minus 2 summation xi x bar pi and plus summation x bar square pi. So this is equal to summation xi square pi minus here x bar outside the 2x bar and summation xi pi. Again this is x bar and this plus x bar square into summation pi. Summation pi is 1. So you see this become minus 2x bar square and plus x bar square and summation xi square pi. So now this is this. And then standard deviation of x. This is sigma x. And this is under root variance. यहाँ से आप वेरिएंस ऑफ x कैलकुलेट करके इसका स्क्वायर रूट ले लेंगे. दैट विल बी द स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ x. दिस इज इन केस ऑफ discrete random variable. Actually, to solve the problem you require this formula. And if suppose x is continuous random variable, then in case of continuous random variable x with probability density function suppose small fx, we have mean here also we can write mu or mean of x or x bar. This is integral minus infinity to plus infinity x fx dx. So we calculate mean by using this formula. And then variance of x, this is again sigma x square, and this we can calculate integral minus infinity to plus infinity axi minus xi नहीं होगा, सारी x होगा, that is x minus x bar square fx ds. Again in the similar way as here, this can be written as minus infinity to plus infinity x square fx dx minus x bar and mean square. You can prove here also, square this and use this condition, and also with the sum of integral and minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx is 1 here. यहाँ क्या था, sum of pi, sum of all probability is 1. Here if fx is probability density function, then integral from minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx is 1. That is area under the curve will be 1. And then standard deviation is equal to sigma x and the under root variance of x. So these are formula to calculate mean, variance and standard deviation in case when the random variable is discrete or when the random variable is continuous. Consider one example. Given the following probability distribution, and the value of the random variable x and probability distribution function px. So this is 0, 0 and 1, then 2 lambda, 2, then 2 lambda, 3, then lambda, and 4, then 3 lambda, and 5, then lambda square, 6, then 2 lambda square, 7, then 7 lambda square plus lambda. The problem is this is given. Find lambda, and second is evaluate P of Ax greater or equal to 5, and third one is P Ax less than 4, and that is here problem is find the probability when the random variable take the value 5 or greater than 5, and when the random variable take the value less than 4, and here it is given. ये discrete है या continuous है, कौन बताएगा? This distribution is discrete or continuous? Anyone?
Continuous.
कैसे continuous है? Here the random value of the random variable are x, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How it is continuous? And if continuous, then random variable take any value over the interval. तो ऐसा तो नहीं है. This is a discrete. Here also given probability distribution. जब probability distribution होगा तो probability density function होगा, तो उस केस में कंटिन्यूअस होगा. यहाँ पर ये px क्या, probability distribution function, discrete distribution है. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पहले आपको लेमडा कैसे आएगा? By using sum of pi. यही pi, जैसे px x is equal to I, तो this is equal to 1. तो यहाँ पर क्या आएगा? आप इसका जो प्रोबेबिलिटी गिवन है उसका सम कर दीजिए, दैट विल बी 1, एंड देन फाइंड द लेमडा. इसका सम करिए तो 2 + 2 4 5.
0.1.
हाँ, लेमडा क्या आएगा?
0.1.
0.1 आएगा.
हाँ सर.
एक और वैल्यू आ रहा होगा, 0.1 आएगा.
-1.
दो वैल्यू आएगा, आपको दोनों कंसीडर करना है. जैसे एक तो -1 आएगा, एक लेमडा जो है 1/10 है, वह 0.1. ठीक है. तो ये दो वैल्यू आ गए. अब ये वैल्यू तो एक्सेप्टेबल है. ये इस वैल्यू को चेक करिए, ये क्या एक्सेप्टेबल है? आप रैंडम ऐसा नहीं है कह देंगे ये होगा ये नहीं होगा. अब ये लेमडा -1 है, अब यहाँ कहीं भी -1 रख दीजिए तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इवेंट इज नॉट नेगेटिव, बिकॉज वी नो दैट 0 इज लेस और इक्वल टू pi लेस और इक्वल टू 1. तो निगेटिव नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. तो ये लेमडा, अगर लेमडा 1 होता तो दोनों वैल्यू हो जाते, ये भी होता है ये भी होता है, तो दोनों के लिए आपको कंसीडर करना पड़ता है ये सारी चीजें। लेकिन यहाँ पर क्या एक निगेटिव है तो निगेटिव नहीं हो सकता है, तो ये दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल एज पी आई, यही रीजन है दिस। तो नाउ लेमडा इज 1/10 ओनली, दिस ओनली। अब नेक्स्ट इवेल्युएट probability that the random variable takes the value greater or equal to 5। इसका मतलब ये होगा, तो ये क्या आएगा, p of x greater or equal to 5, तो this will be p5 प्लस डिसजॉइंट इवेंट है तो p5 प्लस p6 प्लस p7। अब इनकी वैल्यू यहाँ लेमडा सब्स्टिट्यूट करके निकाल लीजिए, सम ऑफ दीज थ्री टर्म, सम ऑफ दीज थ्री फॉर लेमडा इज इक्वल टू 1/10, तो जो आएगा आपका हो गया। इट विल बी 1/5। अब सॉल्व करिएगा, ठीक है। हियर फॉर लेमडा इज इक्वल टू 1/10। अब नेक्स्ट इज p ऑफ x लेस देन 4, तो p ऑफ x लेस देन 4 में कौन कौन से आएंगे, p0 प्लस p1 प्लस p2 प्लस p3। अब तीनों का सम कर लीजिए, यहाँ तक सम कर लीजिए, तो 5 लेमडा दिस इज 5 into 1/10 and that is 1/2 दिस। तो ये हो गया। तो पहले तो आपको ये देखना है कि कौन सा है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, डिस्क्रीट है कंटिन्यूअस है, वो देख के ही पता चल जाएगा, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एक और कर लीजिए। द प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन, द प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन for a continuous random variable x is given by f(x) is equal to, जब कंटिन्यूअस रैंडम वेरिएबल होगा तो ऑलवेज प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन दिया होगा, डिस्क्रीट होगा तो प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फंक्शन दिया होगा या प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन दिया होगा। 1/2 sin x when x lies between 0 to pi, this otherwise 0, and when x lies in this interval then this is this, otherwise f(x) is 0. Now problem is find the mean and variance, find the mean and variance। पिछले में भी आप मीन निकाल सकते थे, सपोज करिए यहाँ भी एक और ऐड कर लीजिए, फाइंड द मीन, मीन फाइंड also find mean and variance। क्या करेंगे, पी आई निकल गया, लेमडा निकल गया, सारे पी आई निकल गए, तो आपको क्या करना होगा, मीन जो होगा एक्स बार दैट विल बी एक्स आई इंटू पी आई, ये हो गया मीन हो गया। वेरिएंस निकालेंगे तो वेरिएंस जो सिग्मा एक्स स्क्वायर होगा यानी एक्स आई स्क्वायर इंटू पी आई माइनस एक्स बार स्क्वायर, इसे अगर आगे स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन तो इसी का स्क्वायर रूट ले लेंगे, तो ये भी कैलकुलेट कर लीजिएगा। नाउ कंसीडर दिस, फाइंड द मीन एंड वेरिएंस। तो मीन क्या होगा, वी नो दैट मीन इज गिवन बाय इंटीग्रल x fx dx and minus infinity to plus infinity. So here it is given when minus infinity to 0, so then fx is 0 plus 0 to pi, then x into fx is 1 by 2 sin x and dx plus pi to infinity, it is again 0. So that is, find the value of this integral. 1 by 2 x sin x dx. This is mean x bar. इसकी वैल्यू आएगी पाई बाई 2. ठीक है. अब वेरिएंस यानी सिग्मा एक्स स्क्वायर, दिस इज इंटीग्रल माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर एफ एक्स माइनस एक्स बार स्क्वायर. तो ये फिर ये रिड्यूस हो जाएगा 0 टू पाई एक्स स्क्वायर इंटू एफ एक्स इज 1 by 2 साइन एक्स डी एक्स, यहाँ डी एक्स होगा दिस, एंड माइनस पाई स्क्वायर अपॉन 4. अब इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर लीजिए, दैट इज वेरिएंस. फाइनल आंसर जो आएगा पाई स्क्वायर बाई 4 माइनस 2 आएगा. इसको इंटीग्रेट कर लेंगे तो in the similar way you can solve other question from any book. So now in next class we will study probability distribution, especially binomial, Poisson and normal. Binomial, Poisson and normal. So binomial and Poisson distribution are discrete distribution and normal distribution is continuous distribution. ये नेक्स्ट क्लास में होगा. ठीक है.